overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 Tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With special guests 3 doors down. And Mammoth WVH. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Creed returns, the Summer of '99 Tour.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
I thought Penny was smart to handle this the way he handled it. He expressed frustration with the system, the chaotic nature of it. The price hike on eggs ain't got nothing on the price hike on basketball players. The same dude who cost you $150,000 last summer is costing you $500,000 right now. I understand his sentiment, but he stopped well short of criticizing PJ Haggerty.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
We're going to do our pick 6, 6 favorite Outkast songs in honor of Outkast being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Elevators is the most creative.
Me and you.
Yes. Your mama and your cousin too.
Every time I hear somebody say me and you, I
just go to the next one, right?
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Bain drives.
Oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jaron with a knockaway.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
This week, we're going to run down the hits and the misses from WrestleMania 41.
The main event, NXT title on the line, Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans. One of the greatest triple threat matches I've ever seen in my life.
I'm shocked.
And it made history because it's the first time there's 3 black men highlighting an NXT pay-per-view.
Okay.
That was dope, too.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
We talked a little bit about Jalen Wells. Jalen Wells, man, he finished 3rd in the balloting for NBA Rookie of the Year. He's going to be back. He's going to play in Summer League, and maybe he'll shoot some left-handed jumpers out there. Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Live Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Wednesday, May 14th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, another crazy night in the NBA playoffs. These first couple rounds have been unbelievable thus far. We saw one team that won a whole lot of regular season games have their season ended last night, though at one point had a huge lead, and another series moved to a sixth game with an epic Oklahoma City win over the Denver Nuggets. We will get to both of those. We will get to what is going on tonight and the news regarding said teams. Also got some news on the Memphis Tigers. We got some Cooper Flagg stuff. We got some baseball stuff. Jessica Benson from the Jessica Benson Show will join us as she does on Wednesdays. It is a Wednesday. It is beautiful outside. Smile, let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good day. All right, ton of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is the events of last evening. Before I get to anything, welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Set. Johnny Backpull, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neckcarb, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser. He's Dr. Thunder. Hello, John.
I'm not Dr. Thunder.
Congrats to your Thunder.
That's all over with.
Congrats to your Thunder.
My Thunder,
my
Thunder stuff was proven. My Thunder stuff was proven correct in the regular season. That was back in the regular. That was back in December.
My Thunder stuff was
yeah.
Shut up. Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadella, Mr. Beth, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir Hiss. He's Walker 93.
What the helly? What the Chris Vernon Show? What the Haliburton? You know the vibes.
Oh, yeah, you're back on him?
No, I'm just singing that song for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just calling Rob for now, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, look, I texted you guys at the conclusion of the Cavaliers and the Pacers, and I said, look, feel bad for Cavs fans, et cetera, but this is great. I'm glad that series is over, because by virtue of that series being over, that means Thursday night. I'm so tired after these first two rounds of the NBA playoffs and staying up and watching all of them, and on two nights of the week recording after them.
Yeah.
We're recording the mismatch so people are like, why do you record at night? Here's the reason. Because we got guys on the West Coast, we got guys on the East Coast, or we got guys on the West Coast, we got guys on the East Coast, right? So if it's East Coast, it's late, and Jacoby doesn't care about late, right? He's got a newborn at home now. He don't care about late. And on the West Coast, if you record in the morning, it gets earlier and earlier, right? Like if you're recording even at 9 o'clock, they got to have everything up and ready to go by like 7 o'clock. And so the earliest we would usually record is maybe 9:30 or 10, okay? But the problem becomes after recording it, right? If we don't do it at night after these games, there's a lot of people that go to sleep for the games at night. And then they wake up in the morning, they want to hear what happened in the games, right? There, you've got the podcast right there available for you, okay? Otherwise, we're now recording in the morning, then it's not getting up until like after lunchtime. And if you're at like noon, like this time on the East Coast, that's like 1. Maybe somebody doesn't even see it until like 1, 2 or whatever. And then by the time we get to like 5 and 6 at night, there's a whole new batch of games, right? The stories change within an amount of time. So the best way for us to do it is to record these at night. But boy, it wears me down. And what I was saying is when the Cavs lost last night, Thursday night is the next night we record. That had a profound effect on my life. Now, there's only one game on Thursday night, and it'll be at 7:30 Central Time, and then it'll be over by like 10, and then I get to record after it. Like, these 9:30s, these 8:30s, they run late. And so, sorry to Cavs fans that your team's gone, but I couldn't be happier.
Sorry that your
I couldn't be happier. 64 wins during the season. There are tons of crazy things
Pack them up.
that have gone on with this. Listen to this. So they won 64 games throughout the season, okay? They had not lost consecutive home games all year. And they blew a 19-point lead in this.
Pacers beat them 5 times.
So this year, they're the 4th team to win 64 games and not advance past the second round. Okay? 4 times that's happened. And you guys will remember literally all of these. The 06-07 Mavs, that's the We Believe Warriors. Mm-hmm. That team won 67 games. The Spurs, the one that swept us in 15-16, they went and lost to Oklahoma City in the next round. And they had won 67 games. And then the Suns that had the 64 wins, they lost to the Dallas Mavericks. And you remember that's the famous Game 7 that they lost by 1,000.
On their home
and then
court,
they said they had COVID or whatever, right? You remember that? That was so, I mean, these are all relatively recent, right? That these 64-plus win teams have lost. But as Devin was saying about the home record against the Pacers, they were, if you tally it all up, so if you tally up the whole year, they were 69-22.
Yep.
Okay? That's how many games they won and how many games they lost. They were 5-4 in the playoffs. They were 2-7 against the Indiana Pacers. 1-3 in the regular season and 1-4 in the postseason. So 7 of their 22 losses were all to Indiana. They had a home record of 36-5 against everybody except for Indiana, and they were 0-5 against Indiana.
Wow.
So
Pacers on them.
If you were to give, if you just hash that out, you take out the Pacers, they were 67-15 against everyone else that wasn't the Pacers this year. For the entire season, they were 67-15.
That's crazy.
I mean, you want to talk about an all-time bad matchup?
Nah, for real.
They lost 22 games all told, and 7 of them were to the same team.
Matchups do matter.
That is a disaster.
What do they say? Styles make fights? Is that what they say?
Yeah, and the other thing is, obviously, as you saw that one play out last night, it's like there's a difference between we talk about your faults being exposed 100-fold when it comes playoff time. And you saw last night, it was another one of those where it's like, bro, they don't have anybody on the perimeter to defend anyone.
Nah.
Like to the point where you're like, why don't they just play Isaac Okoro? Maybe he'll get a stop, or maybe he'll stay. But he can't shoot.
Yeah, he can't shoot. They put him out there for a little bit. He tried.
They just don't.
They got a lot of similarities to us.
Very similar to us. They have Evan Mobley. We have Jaren Jackson, and then you're looking around going, who else is staying in front of somebody?
Who can guard anybody?
Like you can't have one defender.
Jaren Allen's a decent rim protector.
He is.
He's a decent rim.
But again, your bigs can't be the only
perimeter-wise, it's like they're looking to Isaac Okoro to save their perimeter defense, and that's like, wait, what? And we're looking to Vince Williams Jr. to save our perimeter defense, and it's like,
and
what?
when your bigs are your only line of defense,
yeah, it gets tough.
you're the Donovan Mitchell Jazz.
And your backcourt.
No, you can. I think
You know what I mean?
You can go matchup for matchup like that. Those Jazz comparative to like Mike Conley at point guard, Darius Garland,
yeah, I know.
shooting guard Don, small forward. Who were we putting Royce O'Neal at the 4 at the 3?
Yeah.
Like Gobert's the center. Like you can do those. Like it's bar for bar.
It is kind of wild.
Yeah,
it is kind of wild the way it played out. But I mean, they just don't like. And on the other side, you see this incredible value of the two-way players. Neesmith gets stops and Nembhard gets stops, and like these are the kind of guys that you got to have for playoff time. And then the other thing is, as we have talked about many, many times, they are just so unique when you are watching these NBA games now, especially when we get to the playoffs. Theoretically, everything slows down in the playoffs, except for this one team. Except for this one team.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes basketball team.
It is wild.
Hey, play the clip, Jalen. It's a clip last night that happened. It's synonymous. It tells your team in a nutshell. I put it in the chat.
Oh, you're talking about the Pacers?
It sums them up in a 15-second clip. I sent it last night, Jalen. You can play it in the chat. I put it in the chat.
See if you can find this, Jalen. Just tell me when it's ready. But they are constant the entire game. Yeah. Just applying. And I mean, bro, that Haliburton 3 that he took from like damn near half court was like what is happening? He was awesome.
He is awesome.
He is awesome.
He's a roller coaster. But
and now, you know what? It is kind of crazy because I was thinking about you know how he kind of like gets on people's nerves. People call him corny or lame. And I said, it's not that these players actually think he's overrated. Mm-mm. It's that they don't like him, right? Like him, yeah. And they don't like him for some reason. And it is oddly, and this sets up perfectly because they are going to be playing against the Knicks more than likely. Again, we're not going to bury the Celtics until they require being buried, but certainly the odds would tell you that it will be the Knicks and the Pacers most likely. Very Reggie Miller-esque. Who was the old Pacers star. And so I can see him playing that role, the one that Trae Young most recently played. Yes. Like, New York is going to hate his guts. They already hate him from last year. And now they're really going to hate him.
Because he's going
to be doing it. He's the guy that will do the bows like Trae Young. He's the one that, they are going to.
They're really going to hate him.
Yes. He is more Reggie Miller than other guys in the past. Yes. Like, and it is odd that he wears a Pacers uniform. So it's like we're going to see those old 90s clips of Reggie Miller versus the Knicks.
And it's like very 90s of like the Knicks and the Pacers anyway. So they're going to love that rivalry.
Yes. Reggie's going to be calling them, isn't he?
Probably.
So he's going to be a little bit biased.
TNT has the East Finals this year.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know people call him a front. We call him a front runner sometimes, Tyrese, but like I saw it too last night. Like, yo, if you don't want him to front one, don't let him get in front. Like, if you don't want him to be a front runner, don't let him get ahead of you, because that's when he starts doing all the bouncing and all the. Because last night he scored an and one. He got in Ty Jerome's face. Like,
I know.
I'm like, okay, why are you yelling at Ty Jerome?
Okay,
bro?
I'm gonna tell you why. There is a backstory to this that I did not know until last night. Ty Jerome said he would take Derek White over Tyrese Haliburton. And Haliburton was mad the whole series.
That's why.
He was like, I'm destroying this guy.
Okay. Because he scored the M1. He was like, I'm like, you don't do that, bro.
Ty Jerome said he would take Derek White over Tyrese Haliburton and then paid the price for saying that.
Yeah, he did. Also, Max Strus paid a big price. You see he sent the group chat. If you're not gonna play hard, stay at home. Hey, Max Strus, you should have stayed at home.
He went over 9.
Okay, that sums up. Why is Max Strus the guy having to send that text?
I agree.
That's the question. Like, why is Max Strus like
heat culture?
There is the famous one with LeBron. Heat culture. There's a famous one with LeBron when they're down 3-1 to the Warriors. Like, he texted the Cavs and he told all of them, just hop on.
Max Strus he learned it from Udonis Haslem.
He learned it from Udonis Haslem.
He's like, come on, guys. I remember when Udonis Haslem sent everybody a text.
The last time Max Strus did that was in Summer League when he was going against Desmond Bain. Texted his Heat team.
He texted his team
I got this,
proceeded
guys.
to go over 9.
Don't show up. Yeah.
Don't show up unless you're ready to ball.
You're ready to go.
All right, here's the clip.
Why is Max Strus sitting?
Here's the clip that sums up the Pacers.
Watch this, bro. Chase down. Nope, you got it. Give me that. Like, they don't stop, bro. Like, any other NBA team, just like, you can have the layup. They're flying at the ball, bro.
Have you seen that clip, the recent clip of T.J. McConnell? And
I love Nemhard.
And he's talking about, I think it was Old Man in the 3. Mm-hmm. And he's explaining, he goes, I have made a decade-long career of being the hardest playing player. That is, he goes, I believe it is a skill. And when someone was telling me that I need to stick in the NBA, I need to be special in order to be able to stay in the NBA, he goes, that's when that summer, he said that summer, I worked with a trainer every single day, and I decided I am going to be the guy that picks up the opposing guy full court. That's going to be my thing. That's going to be my thing. That's going to be what I do. And that's how I am going to. And I was like, you know what? I really respect this because he's telling the story of, he's like, I am not, I'm not talented
I'm not
like
super
these other guys.
skilled,
Right.
yeah.
But what is the skill is that I am the hardest playing guy.
Yep.
And I will be the hardest playing guy. And that is a skill that I did develop. Mm-hmm. And I developed that by training every single day that I am going to pick up guys full court. And you know what?
It's a trickle-down effect, too.
Did you see that stat that they said that the Pacers pick up guys on average 53? They said in this series, they pick them up 53 feet away from the basket.
Damn.
That's where they pick up.
Yeah, bro.
Defending. They start defending you 53 feet away from the basket.
And it's all their guards.
I'm like, yeah.
It's all their guards,
Because,
too.
Nemhard flies around everywhere. Neesmith flies around everywhere.
Matherin.
Crazy.
He might punch you in the face. Like, they got
53 feet from the basket?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about, it ain't easy to get anything early in the shot clock when that's happening.
Nah, you ain't running no offense.
Yeah, and they're turning you over and over again. It's like,
And you wonder why teams were down. You wonder why the Cavs were down.
oh my God.
And McConnell, the thing with McConnell, it's like it may not be able to hold up come playoff time, but doing what he does, it absolutely will get you a long career in the league, and you will flip regular season games.
Oh, yeah.
With that energy, intensity, like you will flip some regular season games.
And it's a
doing
trickle
that.
down effect, bro.
That's right.
We see that. We
That's
see
right.
like a trickle down effect.
Hard working guys,
if one dude's gonna pick up, all right, we all gonna pick up.
Yep.
And then we all play basketball.
Yep.
If somebody's picking you up full court every play, you're like, bro,
It's
can I
annoying
just
as hell.
relax, bro? Like chill.
Right.
Like calm down, bro.
That's
like,
right.
And eventually you break. And we saw like the Cavs, bro, all series long. Even if they started hot, that pressure keep applying and they break, bro. So shout out to them Pacers, man. Y'all got the worst slogan in NBA history. Yes, sirs. What is it? Yes, sirs. Yes.
You think that's worse than the diff?
I think that's worse than the diff.
I don't know.
Yes, sirs.
All the shirts are pretty bad.
It's lame.
They're all bad.
Yes, sirs.
We've had our own.
Nike did a terrible job on these.
That's our Memphis. Memphis is pretty bad, but I think yes, sirs might be worse. That may be all time.
That's like what Nike did for them, right?
No, bro, that's their slogan, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But that's on their shirts that Nike made,
But,
just like the
it's-
diff is on Cleveland's, just like win for the M was on ours from Nike.
No, it was before even the Nike thing. It was yes, sirs.
That's terrible.
Oh, I saw the what's it called? The Knicks had what win for the Burrows.
Yeah,
the other
terrible.
night.
Like
Roser hates win for the shirts.
Like,
he don't want you to win for
like, come on,
anything.
Nike, let's do better here.
All right, so here's what I'll say about the second game. I did not resent staying up. That was amazing. That was an amazing NBA basketball game. Oklahoma City, I have, where I stand on them, right? Where everybody has said it's Oklahoma City and then it's everybody else. And I continue to say that I think they need to take their playoff scars. As I talked to Gary about this earlier today, 95% of all NBA champions the last 41 times have at least gone to a conference finals within the last 3 years before they won the title.
And you usually have to go through these super hard-fought series, and there's no question that this is, they are adding pelts because that's 2 games in a row where they were down in the 4th.
Yeah.
And they came storming back. And you got all credit is due to Oklahoma City for that win because you had Nikola Jokic in the last, in that 4th quarter, go 4 for 6 from the field. And, you can't get more let down by a group of teammates than Jokic has been let down. He goes 4 for 6 in that final frame. The rest of the team went 1 for 15, and the one was a run-out layup after the game was over. So, for all intents and purposes, they went 0 for 14, bro. Make a shot. 0 for 14? Yeah. I texted you guys, and I said, bro, I am not going to want to look at this shot quality.
Yeah. No.
And
it was
trust
tough.
me when I tell you, the Nuggets won the shot quality going away.
Of course, they were taking wide open.
They were so
taking,
wide
and it's
open.
like, dude,
they were taking great shots in the 4th quarter.
What is happening?
They got great looks.
You can't make anything. And then
Murray,
as
Gordon,
and as we talked about, I even texted you guys. I'm like, bro, is Lou Dort unplayable? Is he not going to put this guy back in?
Man,
and he came back in. It was
immediate.
Up until he made the 3 threes, he had been 11 for 40.
Yeah,
Westbrook-esque.
Yes, my guy shooting like the goal moving.
And then bangs down 3 in a row. And as we always talk about, the margins are so thin on this stuff, bro. It may come down. Does Lou Dort make wide open threes or not? And if he does, they win. Yeah. If he doesn't, that lead may balloon. Yeah, but they could never, the Nuggets couldn't get a bucket in the 4th quarter to ever set up their defense. Yeah. Right? So now they're having to pick up man.
Exactly.
Because once they were in that weird zone that they were throwing at them, that wasn't easy buckets for Oklahoma City. Yeah. When they were set up against the set defense, that was tough. But the only way you can set up your defense if you score. And they just seriously 6 minutes of it could not score.
Drought, bro. Drought. Jamal Murray's 1 for 6.
And it was not just locked down. We can't even get a shot off. It was like, bro, you're missing everything. Those Westbrook threes are so wide open, and he was missing the lane. I think one of them was outside of the lane.
Well, how do you airball threes wide open threes that bad?
It does not make sense to me how bad them airballs are. When we go to play Pop-A-Shot, when they do
it's not even close.
It's like the goal starts doing this, bro. It's like Russell Westbrook sees
or it's like playing
goals.
playing on the video game when you're shooting free throws on the video game. And
it's moving real fast. How do you miss the goal, bro?
I told Gary, and of course he can't relate, but both of you can.
Yes.
It's exactly like when you leave the weight room and shoot a basketball.
Yeah. It's like shooting
it's like he did 50 curls and then walked out there and they threw him the ball. And he's like, whoa, this feels light. You know what I mean?
The wide left, though, bro?
Huh?
Wide left? The goal's in the middle, my guy.
You don't even give a chance for an offensive rebound. At least brick it.
He shot that like the goal move.
Air balls are crazy.
Yeah.
He did 2 of them. It was that one that he caught one in the corner.
It was one right after that.
I actually thought the corner one was worse because he waited. He took his time, just to see, are you gonna come out here?
No, we're gonna let you do
he
this.
Said,
no,
we're
Russ. Please.
We're gonna let Russ cook.
Oh.
And that was the thing. And the crazy thing is, I don't know. Lou Dort was 11 for 40. That is the shot you
until
wanted.
You sent the text.
Yeah, you sent the text, bro.
Until
you sent the
text.
Bro. You sent the death text, bro.
He wasn't putting him in.
Look, there's the one from the corner. Watch this, bro.
Oh,
you can't miss that left, bro.
Aaron Wiggins is like, I dare you.
Left?
Russ. I've been a Russ guy, but
left, Russ?
I mean, that was disgusting.
Left, bro. Not short, not right.
You got to move the ball.
You got to swing, bro. Swing.
I mean, that's the problem with him.
I know it's
the problem with him is he can't do it. He has to shoot that.
Yeah.
And he has the confidence, I'm going to make one of them. And when I make this, I'm going to be like,
That's why they had
celebrate.
one shoulder Porter Jr. out there.
He always believes he's going to make that. But, bro, it wasn't even close.
I love the confidence.
That's what I love about him, though, bro. He has the irrational confidence to think, I'm about to shoot this, and it might go in this time.
Dude.
I love you, Russ.
The fact that none of those idiots could make one shot when
Porter.
Jokic was a force of nature.
Dude, Jokic
That was like
Jokic was
all-time amazing. Like, pull up for three, back you down, go to the basket, hit a little left-handed hook.
The joint you hit behind the head.
Oh, my God. Look, that last three when it was 103, this one, come on, bro. And that was an all-time Iron Eagle call. The Joker's wild.
Yeah, the Lakers seen that one before.
How?
How do you get that off?
Crazy.
How do you get that shot off?
And by the way, you're down 3. That's to tie the game in a 3-point game with a minute and a half left.
No,
dude, I gotta look. Fair's fair. I gotta give it up to the Thunder for the way they closed that game. I don't think. Can you pull up the play-by-play?
SGA was awesome.
What was the last shot they missed? I'm not kidding.
Let me see. Hold on.
Because I remember thinking as I'm watching it, I'm like, are they going to get a stop? Like, honestly, when was the last possession that they missed a shot? It felt like they made everything.
Down the stretch, they really did.
And it was just that Denver was able to match it until they weren't anymore.
406, Chet Holmgren missed 14-foot turnaround fadeaway. That's with Denver up 96-94.
That's with 4 minutes left.
Then they made 1, 2,
SGA,
3,
Hartenstein,
4,
SGA,
5.
Jalen.
5. They made their last 5 shots. The rest is all free throws.
The rest is free throw, yeah.
Yeah. Made their last 5.
Okay, but they scored on those possessions.
Yeah, they at least got free throws.
Got to the free throw line.
So that's at least what? How many possessions did they go to the free throw line? 2?
They got 1, 2, 3, 4 free throws. 4 out of 5 from the line.
Okay, so that's 2. You're talking 7 straight possessions?
You scored, yeah.
In the last 4 minutes?
In the last...
They never came up empty.
404 was Hartenstein's tip layup. Tied it at 96.
Okay,
they made every shot right there.
So from 406 on, they did not have one empty possession.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. I mean, come on, dude. Like, actually, I didn't go back and look it up. It was just me watching it. Because you have these memories of watching it being like, bro, are you going to get one stop?
It was
just the Nuggets were matching them band for band going in. But I was like, they are scoring every time.
It's because they started that man-to-man, bro. Lou Dort, I was like, Lou Dort is the reason why they won the game. He shot them out of that zone. Because they were hiding Jokic down low.
Those 3 threes.
They opened it up.
And you know what?
Because they started putting Jokic in every pick and roll, and SGA was getting to his midi.
You're exactly right.
Getting to the 3.
No, that is the shot that you want them to take because he was 25% or whatever going in. And I'll tell you this, he made the biggest play, might have been one of the 3s that he did not make, which was they swung it to him, and he threw it to the corner to Jalen Williams. That is the biggest shot of Jalen Williams' career.
Yes. He knocked that joint down.
No, that is the biggest shot of Jalen. I really believe that.
Yeah.
Because that is the moment where it's like, okay, you nervy, bro? Because this means everything. You have to make this shot. And he was cool as could be and just buried it. He was wide open, too. Yeah. And that extra pass from Dort, I mean, there was nobody near him. That was bizarre. No. How does that happen?
Well, is that the one where... Didn't Gordon try to run out there? Was it Hartenstein or Chet that you could have called an offensive foul, I think, on it. That they might have just...
They let a lot go in that game.
They might have popped
did, but it
got very physical.
I never thought the day would come where I say Lou Dort helped somebody win a playoff game. Because he opened it up for sure.
Oh, no, he's done it before.
Yeah. No,
he's done it before in the past.
Sure.
But it is a very... It's very Westbrookian in the sense of, bro, he might make them all and win you the game, and he may miss them all.
Dort hit the 3, and it got him out of his zone. But, dude, SGA closed that game.
Well,
that dude scored 8 points in the final 2 minutes of the game.
It was all pick and roll because that Dort stuff opened. They were like, we can't play the zone no more. And the whole time they're hiding Jokic down low because they don't want to put him in pick and roll.
Right.
And they opened it up. And now SGA is like, I see food now. Yo, come get in this pick and roll.
Yep.
Walk down. Get to my midi. Get to my tray. Get to the line. I'm like, oh, yeah.
We need
Joker's in hell.
We need a game 7, and that's so bad.
Oh, yeah. I need it.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
A game 7 in that, and that would be 2 straight 7-game series that Denver would be going to.
The other thing, to your point on the Oklahoma City scars, like that I think that also is getting forgotten about is, they don't win the title if they win this series. They still have 2 more to go. It's still
F them too, by the way, if y'all don't know that. Y'all fan base still a bunch of
Well, and
APCs.
interestingly enough, like when you think about this, like Anthony Edwards, all right, think about that. So we faced, 3 years ago in the playoffs? Anthony Edwards has played in more playoff games than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what my point is always, every single playoff game is a learning experience. Yeah. Every one of them.
We seen the Thunder,
and you are watching the Thunder get better and better as this goes on. Exactly. The same way they collapsed at the beginning of this series is the same way that they've come through in these last 2.
They had lost 3 straight game 5s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they won last night. And they came back from 8 down in the fourth quarter. Like that's
and they were down in the last game.
And it wasn't one of those
in
where
the fourth
it's like,
quarter.
and it wasn't one of those last night where it's like in the fourth quarter where like, oh, there was some shady stuff and the refs might have given it to you.
No,
They won that game. They
flat out
won that game.
There was nothing nefarious about that.
SGA saw them. He saw food, bro. He went at 8.
That was just a million missed shots.
Yeah.
Denver just could. I mean, as I said, Denver won that shot quality going away, and it's like, bro, that's why these games aren't played on paper. And again, what shot quality cannot take into account is that you've played every other day for the last 3 weeks, and you really got 5.5 players. And I tell you this Adelman, he didn't even. They always set Jokic at the beginning of the fourth, and he didn't do it.
Yeah,
he didn't do it.
He had no choice, bro.
I know. And they
even
just
I thought Julian Strawther gave you good minutes at the beginning because they had to put somebody out there.
Had to put somebody.
You couldn't do it in the second half, bro. It got a little.
But what was crazy is you wonder if, because on the other side, Oklahoma City's still playing their guys. Mm-hmm. Like they're still. I thought he might. The same way that teams evolve, coaches evolve, and you saw Dagnall in that last game. He did what you did not think he was going to do, which is, bro, Lou Dort's like 1 for 9 from 3 or 2 for whatever he was. He benched him.
Yeah.
He wrote it out with Caruso and Wallace and Aaron Wiggins. Like the rest of those guys were all playing, but he was like, bro, I can't do this. And he went back to Lou Dort last night. Lou Dort was probably, if we're being fair, 1 missed 3 from going back to the bench.
Oh, yeah, that last one he shot, it was like, yo.
No. I'm saying if he would have missed the first wide open one that he took, they'd have been like, bro, we can't do this because every time you're in, the ball is going to go to you and you're going to have to shoot the 3. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the interesting thing on Adelman, because what do you do about the Westbrook thing? It's like, at some point, the bad outweighs the good.
You're gonna have to keep
and it's
trusting.
like, you can't just keep having the ball fly into his hands for these friggin' air balls. This is crazy.
Also,
Russ, hit the rim. Hit the rim, bro. Like, Russ, I understand you got to shoot, bro. He's going to be like, in film, he's like, Russ, I understand the ball's coming to you. But, can you hit the rim? No, so Jokic can, get a tip or something?
And here's the problem, because you played Gordon basically at the dunker spot, you've got to just swap those guys out. If we're going to spread it out like that, let Russ go and just try to fight everybody under the backboards and have Gordon be the one that could catch the corner 3.
Yeah.
Because we can't do it this way, right? I understand we can't have 2 dunker spots, guys.
And Gordon can knock down a 3. Gordon can actually shoot.
No, and just let Russ go down there, and he will fight.
He will.
You know what I mean? He'll at least just let him be the dunker spot. You saw in the one bucket he did get was he was just standing in the dunker spot.
Yeah.
And he just, remember at the end of the shot clock?
Yeah, he scored.
And he put it back up.
Yeah, just let him do
that. Yeah, let him shoot 1-footers.
No swings of you, Russ.
The other one. A big, nice for the culture moment for us.
Oh.
Chet was awesome in the fourth quarter, too.
He was awesome.
Chet was awesome.
Yeah, also
the blocks, rebounds.
He was being hunted like a mud, though. Jokic was looking for him, bro.
Jokic can look for everybody.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
But he also outweighs him by 100 pounds.
But it's like everybody, whoever got the ball was like, yo, go find 7. Put him in a pick and roll.
Chet got 2 blocks.
He got 2 blocks.
Chet got 2 blocks. Chet got 5 rebounds.
We're not going to get no for the culture moment for Chet Holmgren.
Chet was hooping.
Well,
with that haircut.
I'm going to let you go ahead and say whatever you want to say, Devin.
What?
Go ahead. No.
What you about to get on?
Oh, man.
This is going to be tough for you.
It's a tough day for you, Dev.
This is going to be tough.
What's happening?
So, we had a very viral clip yesterday.
We did. Shout out to my dog, TA.
Yeah, you were gassing up TA. And TA was slandering Cooper Flagg, and you were right there with him.
I was.
Clapping. Yeah, TA. Get him, TA. Tell him, TA. Al Farouk Aminu, TA. Adam Morrison, TA.
Travis Outlaw, TA.
Andres Nicioni, TA, whatever. And then I was like, I feel like Devin hasn't always felt this way, and that he might be wave riding with Tony.
I'm just riding with my
And
guy,
so
man.
I went and did some research.
Oh, no, here you go.
I went and did some research, and I found a couple of things. Oh! So here's Devin Walker in 2023. Cooper Flagg is something serious. Let's see. Wait, surely there's nothing else.
I'm so
Wait,
dead.
hold on. Certainly there. Wait, oh my God, this Cooper Flagg dude ain't no joke. Saw him play in person today, and he got it. Okay, so let's timestamp these. These are 2023. Well, surely, I know, surely for the last 3 years, you haven't been a Cooper Flagg stan.
Oh,
wait,
hey, play that
2024.
Play that clip.
Cooper Flagg is a bad MFer.
Hey, play
all
that
right.
clip.
Well, look, certainly the love for Cooper Flagg died off after that one. There's only 3 of those, right?
What else we got?
Oh, wait, oh, no. On some basketball nerd stuff, Cooper Flagg gets his bucks in so many different ways. Not just ISO clear outs, short rolls coming off screens too.
Yes.
So this is now 3 years running.
Hold on to my seat.
You couldn't look for a Cooper Flagg stan and find better tweets than these. Wait, we're not done.
I just watched basketball.
Hey,
bro.
we're not done. We're not done.
I watch hoops, bro.
What else do we have?
I watch hoops, bro.
Oh, Syracuse jersey.
I got me.
I saw somebody on a basketball court. Shout out Cooper Flagg. Do things as a freshman we have not seen since Carmelo Anthony.
I saw you tweeting that.
Wait! I'm wearing a Carmelo Anthony jersey in honor of a freshman that we just saw do things that has not been done since Carmelo Anthony.
Shout out Cooper Flagg.
I'm wearing a Carmelo Anthony jersey in honor of Cooper Flagg.
Yeah. I'm just saying, bro. Shut up. Shout out Cooper Flagg, bro.
Yeah, it's a big zoom in.
Adam Morrison on the way. Shout out Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay, bro.
That's tough.
It's okay to
That's a lot. Hey,
to
look.
acknowledge good basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge good hoops.
I could look up I could find a Cooper Flagg Stan account, and it would not be as positive about Cooper Flagg as you have been until yesterday.
Hoops.
And then Tony Allen was crapping on him, and you're like, yeah.
I was bigger.
What happened to Cooper Flagg is the one. Cooper Flagg is something serious.
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg is doing something we've never seen before. I'm honoring Cooper.
Y'all be misconstruing what I be saying, bro. Just like the Tyrese Haliburton thing. You were like, oh, you switched sides on Haliburton. I said, bro, he's corny. He still can hoop. I was instigating yesterday because I know Tony he was popping this. I don't want him to be alone with y'all too. So I gotta ride with my dog TA, man.
When TA was gone, you still said
I said he will not be a 5-time All-Star. You said
maybe a 1.
I said maybe a multiple-time All-Star. I said no 5, but he would be a multiple-time All-Star. Cooper can hoop, bro. Yesterday was a moment where I said I'm with my dog TA because y'all two were doing.
Can we see the tweets again? I just want to watch it. I just want to look at the tweets again. The tweets are great.
Pull the quiz up.
Cooper Flagg is something serious. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, on some basketball nerd stuff, basically Cooper Flagg does everything. I just want to alert the world. Cooper Flagg does everything, and that was 2 months ago.
2 months ago. I was watching like it's like I watched. You can find tweets about anybody about that. I said about Brandon Ingram. I talk about
no way,
bro. When I watch basketball, I tweet about what I see.
No.
And you saw something serious.
And you saw something serious.
He was hooping that
And you
night.
saw a dog. And you saw a guy that you have not seen since Carmelo Anthony.
I said he was hooping that night, bro. Like I can say to somebody hooping when I see him with my eyes.
Do you think that
Am I allowed to say that?
Do you think that's a tremendous amount of evidence?
That's crazy. I mean, you can find out about anybody.
No, you can't.
I tweet about everybody. But I watch a lot of basketball.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not tweet about everybody like that.
I tweet about a lot of players, bro.
No.
Yes, I do.
You can't find 5 tweets that are better about any player than you have about Cooper Flagg.
I guarantee you I can find somebody who's not talking about highly more than Cooper Flagg. 100%. You going to make me go through my damn Twitter account today.
I think, all right, number 1, Lamar Jackson. Yes. Number 2, John Morant. Number 3, Cooper Flagg.
Those are my top 3 players I tweet about. Hey, man.
Who have you tweeted about more than any other person?
That's probably who I tweet about a lot of people, bro. You finna make me go scan my Twitter account now. Not y'all sending minions to go through my tweets.
We didn't send any memes.
You just typed
We just said, has he felt this way about Cooper Flagg prior to today?
Just instigating,
and in
bro.
fact, what I found was you felt exactly the opposite of that. In fact, nobody was riding for Cooper Flagg more than you.
Yeah. No, like I said, bro, you misconstrued.
So which is it?
You getting this misconstrued.
No,
bro.
We're not.
I tweeted at least.
I have never worn a jersey in honor of a player.
I've tweeted
37 that I didn't love.
I've tweeted 37,000 times. I guarantee you.
37,000.
37K.
And that's from the new account.
That's just this year.
I remember. I've been around long enough to remember when your old account got frozen.
It got frozen. They say you gotta stop putting up videos.
Okay, here's a Brandon Ingram one.
I told you. I'm telling you. I just
wait, hold on. There's one.
By the way, why was I tweeting at midnight, bro?
Okay, Brandon Ingram. All right, he entered your. Somebody tell Brandon Ingram it's a basketball game going on.
I told you, bro. I told you. If I'm
wait.
I
These
just
are
go
not.
by what
That's
I
not
watch.
positive.
But no, I'm saying like the first
There's
one.
not one negative Cooper Flagg tweet.
No, because I don't tweet negative about Cooper Flagg because I know those are people that come for me.
Actually, I did.
That was in the Olympics.
Brandon Ingram out there getting patriotic cardio.
That's actually funny.
That is funny. Patriotic cardio.
I like patriotic cardio. Yeah, that being said, you literally just brought up a player, and at one point you really liked Brandon.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a top 5 player, and then the rest are slander.
Your opinion can change about people, bro. That's human. That's human, bro.
We'll see you in the NBA. Oh, not another Cooper Flagg.
It's human,
not
bro.
another Cooper.
You can go through anybody's Twitter account, bro.
We'll see you in the NBA, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, when you make it one All-Star game.
No, hold on. Can you please, Jalen, could you search for Ace Bailey or Jeremiah Fears?
I'll talk about Ace Bailey for sure.
Jeremiah Fears or Ace Bailey or
find Ace Bailey for sure.
Dylan Harper or frankly anybody else in this draft.
Don't count. I had tweeted about Ace Bailey, bro. I had tweeted about Ace Bailey. Hey. Look, bro, there's a reason why I don't tweet negative about Cooper Flagg, because I know there's some minions that try to come for me.
Oh, my God. Oh, by the way.
Shout out Cooper Flagg, though.
No, I've got something for you that I found out this morning. Guy that we were talking about yesterday regarding the mock drafts and whatever, that Tony loved, the kid from Oklahoma, Jeremiah Fears.
Yeah.
He's a Mike Miller guy.
Oh, okay.
Agent?
Yep. So he'll be with Ja and Paulo and that crew.
Trey Jones and them.
They told me he's 18.
Yeah, he's young, bro.
Like Fears is like really young.
Yeah, he's super.
What is his birthday, Roser?
Jeremiah.
Is he a reclass as well?
Let's see.
Fears?
October birthday.
Yeah, October 14th.
So he is 18. He won't be 19 until
starts. Yeah.
When the NBA season starts.
He'll be 19 when the NBA season starts on some
Wow.
on some GG-ish, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me see his.
So he's got to be a reclass.
Yeah, he
reclassed him and Flagg were the two.
Yeah. He looks older, bro, in his photos.
How about that? He's going to be 18 when training camp is going on.
He was a reclass from 20. He was in the 2025 class. He reclassed last year.
That
he was initially supposed to go to Illinois.
That class would have been insane.
Oh, Cooper, AJ, Fears,
the Boozers
twins, yeah.
Holy mackerel! So these kids both classed up, Flagg and Fears. Wow.
To probably get away from that demand.
Wow.
I mean, just to be the spotlight.
I don't know about that. I don't think these kids need to worry because they both went to college and were awesome.
They were.
Yeah. Jeremiah. That's crazy. So yeah, he's 18 years old. So he just played at Oklahoma at 17?
Yep.
Yeah.
And was getting
Or showed up at 17?
and getting buckets. He shot like 20% from 3, but you can see like he got like
wild.
a natural scorer, bro. He's a natural scorer for sure.
Wow.
He is like
That's pretty impressive. huh?
CJ McCollum-y, Cam Thomas-y.
Yeah, they say he's going to go in the top 5 or 10.
Yeah, I like his game. 6'5" point guard. But yeah, bro, put respect on my tweets, bro. You finna have me going through my tweets.
Well, you didn't tweet ever about Ace Bailey. So
I
that's
did. I remember
interesting.
tweeting about it.
You must have deleted
He
it.
had a crazy play one time. I tweeted about it, bro.
I don't think so.
I'm a basketball fan, bro.
Well, you're running back.
You know, you're a Cooper Flagg fan. In fact, you know what? You should change your bio to Cooper Flagg stan.
No, we're not doing that. I'm a baskstball fan. I enjoy the game of hoops. And when I see good hoops, I'm going to tweet about it.
Well, you certainly tweeted about Cooper Flagg.
If you start playing like crap, I'm gonna make jokes.
No, but you did. You tweeted a lot about Cooper Flagg.
Because I saw him play in real life. Then I watched some college basketball games.
And every time you were talking about how amazing he is.
I don't tweet about Cooper Flagg on my timeline because I know there's people out that try to come for me. Just
well,
like
don't say you don't tweet about him. In fact, you tweet about him more
tweet
than
about
any
him.
other
I'm
athlete.
Negatively.
No, you say nice things about him.
I'll get on a microphone and say it because I can say it out loud. There's people that try to
So
come from
you
my
are
Twitter.
tweeting things that you don't believe, but saying on the air what you really believe.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
I'm saying I keep my negative Cooper Flagg thoughts for the microphone.
So is he some serious or not?
He can hoop.
Yeah, there's no way of winning this.
He can hoop.
Just as someone who's been in this same situation for like 20 years,
I'm defending myself, Roser.
There's no winning this.
I'm defending myself.
I understand that. I've been in that position too, where you are like,
You think you're winning.
You think you're winning, and you're really defending yourself, and it's just,
it's over.
You just got to let
It's
it
over.
go.
It's
not
over.
going to stop.
It's
and
over.
it would be, and just be thankful that Gary's not here either, because then it would just be 10 times worse when it's both of them
we
doing
don't.
it.
You know
So-
what? In fact, we may never had that penis head in here again.
Oh my
Flaccid
gosh!
head.
Big mouth.
Flaccid head ass.
What do you call me?
Loud big mouth.
Loud
Big
mouth.
mouth.
Over there.
Over there.
Old big mouth over there.
Yeah, go back to your pig pen.
Penis head.
Penis head.
Flaccid penis head ass dude. My thumb head ass dude. Going on somewhere.
It's better when we all turn on him.
Yeah. Don't forget, GP, you got to come here on Friday. Don't forget. It's 3 of us, 1 of you. Bennett not going to save you.
Real quick before we get Jessica Benson here, I do need to mention, are we believing that we could really get Memphis versus Arkansas and that Calipari is going to make this happen? Because
it's going to happen.
that would be amazing.
Okay.
Like, I would be so look. It's
an exhibition. Yeah.
The worst thing about the way college athletics has gone, I have lamented. Though Roser believes in new history, is there is a history that goes along with these schools and with these rivalries, and that is what is the best thing about college athletics. And so we have lamented many times that as the conference has evolved, it's like we can't even fake being excited about Memphis UAB. Like, we don't, come on. Like, and not having Cincinnati and not having Louisville, and then the absence of the local rivalries, right? Like, we love that when Memphis plays Mississippi State or Ole Miss or Arkansas or Tennessee, and it feels like because college athletics has gotten to be such a huge deal, and especially when it comes to football, it's going to be hard to ever be able to schedule those as non-conferences, going forward, because now they're playing more conference games.
Yeah.
They're usually trying to get free wins in those other ones. They don't want to play somebody that might actually beat them. And so on the basketball front, though, it still gives you the ability to do that. And these teams can get on television, and also it used to be that, like, it was like, we don't want to give Memphis any kind of advantage, right? They're the little one, and we don't want to give them any kind of advantage, right? It doesn't do, we're the big bet, we're the team for the big bet SEC. It doesn't do us any good, and it does them a lot of good. That is I kind of feel this way. Part of it is the Penny Hardaway thing, for sure, right? But I also feel like there's not that in the same way anymore, because nobody is recruiting against each other anymore.
It's also an
just
exhibition for charity.
No, but it's also just who's got the biggest pocketbooks anyway. I'm talking about on the way a coach would view it.
Yeah.
You know, there used to be a recruiting element to this.
I mean, there is no. These coaches don't think of it this way. They don't all walk in to the Peach Jam and it's been like, is the kid looking at me? Like, it's just whoever's got. Who's going to give the kid $1 million?
Yeah, who got the bag?
You know what I mean? Who's going to give the kid $1 million?
It's bag season.
Well, and I think Calipari, he looks at also and sees it's for charity, and it doesn't count.
Okay, so that's the part I don't like, bro.
That's stupid.
Respectfully, I'm excited about it.
It's dumb.
It's the same thing we did with North Carolina.
I love you, St. Jude, like all that. I want it to count against Calipari.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the game to mean something, not just like handshakes.
I will say, people did like the North Carolina thing.
Yeah, it was cool. No, it was cool.
They liked it.
And it gets on TV.
It gets on TV.
I just want to see, like, Tiger fans really get riled up about, like, playing Calipari. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's good that we're, you know what I mean? It's just another opportunity to be in FedEx Forum and then play a good team.
Yeah.
The maximum amount of good teams we can watch Memphis play in Memphis is the best thing that can happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because, like, hell, half of them we play in Maui.
Yeah.
Who did we see at home last year?
Nobody.
Good teams? We saw...
Because Clemson was a road.
Clemson was road.
Bama was...
Virginia was road.
Auburn was Maui. And
we saw Clemson here, right?
No, Clemson was road. Virginia was road.
UConn was Maui.
UConn was Maui. Michigan State was Maui. Auburn was Maui.
Mizzou. We saw Mizzou
Missouri here. That was the first game of the year. Missouri was the first game of the year.
Ohio doesn't count. Louisiana Tech doesn't count. Arkansas State doesn't count. We lost. Oh, Mississippi State, we saw here.
Mississippi State, Ole Miss.
Mississippi State and Ole Miss. We both saw them here.
You know what? I think that Arkansas State, that guy got the South Florida job, right?
Yeah, so he's in our conference now, yeah.
Oh, you know what? The reason I remember that? Oh, no, Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Those are the big ones.
That's what I said.
That's what we said.
No, those are the big ones.
We saw them back to back.
No, those are the big ones.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Mississippi State ran us out of the building, and then the
Ole
Ole Miss win was good.
Yeah, we beat Ole Miss. Well, the Mississippi State game came off. We had played Virginia like 2 days earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to what I was saying about the guy from South Florida. What's his name? Brian Hodgson or something?
Yeah, he's a great basketball coach.
Okay, so Tony tweeted and Instagrammed about it. And it was like, congrats, Coach Hodgson. Excited you're taking over South Florida and can't wait to see a game in Tampa. And I called him and I'm like, what the hell are you posting about Brian? I was like, is that one of your guys doing that for you?
Yeah.
And he said he's super close with Pooh and somebody else. Derrick Rose.
Oh, Derrick Rose and them?
That's what he said.
Hold on.
And he was like, so they asked me to do it. And I was like, He's like, he's cool. But I don't know what that connection would be.
I got you.
But he said that was the reason that he did it. Tony said he if you go back, you can find it.
Yeah.
He said something super nice about this guy getting the South Florida job. And I'm like, how do you even know who that is? And he's like, he's close with Pooh and who else did he say?
Pooh as in Derrick Rose, right?
Yeah.
Derrick Rose. Let me try to find it. Hold on.
There's nothing on his Wikipedia page that.
Huh?
There's nothing on his
Wikipedia. I'm trying to
page.
find what history would he cross paths with D Rose?
I really don't know. Is there nothing in his
No, there's nothing on his.
He's from New York. He's 38 years old.
He coached in New York. He
never coached in New York.
Okay. This is what. Actually, you know what? I went back. It said, "Welcome to the Bay," and I said, "What the f? How do you know him?" And I was like, "Is this one of your guys posting this, or do you actually know this dude? How do you know? Hodgson, Brian Hodgson?" And he was like, "That's my man." And I said, "What? How?" And he said, "He cool with Pooh and Ari." I don't know Ari. Ary. I don't know. I don't know. We'll ask him next Tuesday when he's in here.
Yeah.
But I don't that guy who we thought was a really good coach for Arkansas State
somehow knows Derrick Rose.
Somehow. He cool with Pooh and Ari.
He's 38 years old. D Rose. Is he the same age as D Rose? Did they play together in high school or something?
Oh,
no,
maybe.
He's 2 years older than D Rose.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
That's why
we'll find out.
But that's why he was like, "That's my man," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I've never heard you mention Brian Hodgson in life.
Yeah.
This is strange.
I'm trying to see if he coached like an old like
maybe an
like
AAU
top,
or maybe
top 100 class camp or something
maybe.
like that.
It could be. Yeah.
Like you don't see no connection.
I know. I don't know either.
They say he's a cool dude. When I saw him walk in the room when he did his press conference,
He was cool as hell.
I hope he wins like hell too because they.
Well, he will, and then he'll go somewhere else.
No,
better.
I got it, but they got the worst deal ever.
Yeah.
With Sharif's brother.
Yeah,
passing
that
away.
was so
I mean, that guy was on his way to becoming one of the premier college basketball coaches in the country.
Oh yeah.
What he did at Kennesaw, wasn't it Kennesaw? It was Kennesaw.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah,
in Atlanta,
Kennesaw. And then Kennesaw, and then going straight to South Florida and turning them around, and like he was on his way. He was Edwards' guy. He's by all accounts, he's the one that got Ant to Georgia.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So he was going to get players.
Yeah.
And like I said, year one, he already had them cracking in year one.
He did.
Bro.
Yeah.
That was the saddest thing for him to pass away. So at least, and then I felt so bad for them when we saw them last year. It's like, oh my God, this is just the worst. These kids, you know what I'm saying? Like your coach you've got a young coach too.
Yep.
Who just suddenly passes away like that. That is brutal.
Yeah, scary stuff.
Brutal. But I bet this Hodgson guy wins at South Florida. At least it's another good coach in the conference.
It's another good coach who can make a game interesting.
Good players. He already kind of brought in some. I think I saw he had like probably a top 60 recruiting class already.
Yeah.
Like in his first year at USF, which is,
It's a big class I have there.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
for that place.
Great play.
Yeah, it's USF. So what do you expect? So I don't know, bro. But no, that Memphis thing, bro.
Memphis, Arkansas. That'd be good.
I want it to count, bro. But I'm excited it's gonna happen though.
Yeah, but I mean, and they said that and we just got the Louisville news, so I mean,
maybe
I like I want to add like old rivalry, the maximum amount of teams. Rick Barnes, your guy, is the only one that shut it down completely.
Yeah, Penny screwed that up, so whatever.
Oh, what do you mean Penny screwed that up?
Penny screwed that crap
Still,
up.
Matt Barnes. I mean, what's his name? Rick Barnes stopped being a weenie, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
no, Penny did screw that.
Yeah, Penny screwed that up.
I mean, COVID screwed it up, but they did wrong.
I mean, I do have some more good news for y'all. Did y'all see what Memphis signed yesterday?
A white dude.
Ha! There you go.
Yeah,
y'all got another guy y'all can root for.
He's played at like
Memphis
Wayne
Cooper
College.
Flagg.
Yeah.
In the building.
Yeah.
What's his
Mason
name?
Matthews.
Mason
double
Matthews.
M.
Mason
Put it up,
Matthews.
Jalen. They got the double M's at Memphis now.
Mason. I can't wait for you to tweet Mason Matthews is
It's
some
tough.
serious.
He's tough.
Yeah.
Mason Matthews is tough.
Oh yeah, this guy looks awesome.
Yeah.
I got to send you his highlights so y'all can.
And he's huge.
Yeah, he's 6'8".
Yes.
Why? Because he's sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
He's like Godzilla.
Sitting on the forum.
He's Godzilla.
Well, now at least we got the cover of the media guide.
He's gonna be on all the graphics.
They always put some white guy we never see on the tickets.
Like, who they come from?
They always are posting some kind of like stupid flyer. And it's got some guy we've literally never even seen in our lives.
Always.
Like, who are you?
They put Stansbury kid on there like 4 times.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, he does not play.
We
bro.
don't know
And then
who you are.
that Connor kid, they had him on there for a while
Yeah,
too.
there you go. This is
here
highlight
he
right
is.
here.
This is
look,
like,
look,
oh
bro.
my goodness.
Memphis Cooper Flag on the way. OTW.
Hey, what are we doing here? I've seen more fans at Lifetime Fitness. At least people's girlfriends are at Lifetime Fitness.
Okay.
Can he dribble?
No.
Bro, he is not dribbling.
Jalen, we talked about this yesterday. No basketball players can dribble anymore.
Catch and shoot God.
He has not taken
This
a
is the
dribble
catch
yet,
and shoot God.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Bro, this man is not
Dribbling's overrated.
Bro, he has not taken a dribble
He's
yet,
staying in the corner and
Bang!
gets drive and
bro.
kick.
I haven't seen him taking a dribble yet, bro. We were like 60 seconds into
He's
this.
like Klay Thompson then.
So at what point is Penny Hardaway in the crowd and he's the only fan?
You see Penny in the corner with a hoodie on. Bro,
Wow.
He does not, yeah. They call him Okra Mall Cooper Flag in the chat.
What did he average?
He averaged, give me a second. He averaged 46% on catch and shoot, which you just saw.
No, and where is he from?
He's from Lane College.
Lane College.
Lane College is in Jackson, Tennessee, isn't
Yeah,
it?
bro, down the street.
Yeah. So is he from West Tennessee? You gotta be to go to Lane. Surely you didn't leave.
Right? You go from like Wichita, they go to Lane College. Mason Matthews, he is from, let me see. I got you. Give me a second. I'm trying to find his bio.
The catch and shoot guy.
He's from Arkansas.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to say
Yeah, he played at Tyler Community College, played at Southwest Tennessee, then played at Lane College.
Can you tell me where he's from, Roser?
Bro. He played at Clark Atlanta University. Bro, who are you hanging out with, bro?
I don't know.
He's the new Jake LaRavia.
Mall Mill?
Yeah.
Mall Mill, Arkansas.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, Mall Mill, Arkansas.
Oh, that one would have destroyed you.
For sure.
Yeah, that's tough. The vowels followed by 2 L's.
Yeah, I already took an L today, bro. I don't need to take no more L's today, bro.
You'll bounce back.
I don't know. I always bounce back.
Last night took it in.
Shout out Big Sean, man. I always bounce back. But yeah, so they've been a rough one.
You
bro.
know who's scrubbing the timeline tonight? I'm scrubbing the Hey, you got plans?
Look, bro, I'm gonna put somebody on duty.
It's gonna be timeline scrub.
I'll pay y'all somebody tonight. She scrub my timeline. Any basketball tweets, because apparently I can't tweet about hoops. A brother
You
can't
just
tweet about
got
hoops.
to hold on to my receipts.
Hey, I'll pay somebody to scrub my timeline tonight, bro.
Oh my god.
I got $5 an hour.
Dude. I think there's been like 2 or 3 times where I've had to go back when we were gonna when we attained someone.
Yeah.
When we have attained
you gotta
someone,
go
right?
scrub.
I think Chandler Parsons for sure.
Yeah, Chandler for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the easy target. And then maybe Matt Barnes, because I would have been scared of him.
Yeah, Matt Barnes would have definitely pulled up on
Maybe
you.
Matt Barnes.
Yeah, maybe I should delete my Russell Westbrook jokes then, because he might be a Grizzly.
Nah, he ain't gonna be a Grizzly.
You sure? I gotta show you something that's funny.
The analytics hate him. We're a computer team.
That's true. Good Excel sheet, spreadsheet. I gotta show you something before we go to break.
Not
Our
to
boy-
mention he might be too tall.
Come on.
It appears we're going.
Come on, bro. Come on.
We spent we've spent too much money on growth charts the last couple of years.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's tough. Well, apparently somebody, speaking of growth charts, you know Timothy Chalamet is dating Kylie Jenner, right?
Yeah.
We having an old head moment. Latrell Sprewell, somebody got to tell Spree that she's taking.
Spinners?
Oh, Spree was.
Put the tweet up, Jalen. OMG, Kylie's even more beautiful in person. You can't put that on the timeline, bro.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
Come on, Unc.
Why can't he do that?
Unc, you can't do that, Unc.
Yes, he can.
Unc.
Who cares? That ain't that big of a. I thought we were going to see video of him like hitting on her, like staring at her ass courtside. That ain't that big of a deal.
That's legal.
Yeah, that's
legal?
legal.
Yeah, 'cause he's
You don't
old.
think he's shooting?
Bro, he's old now.
Yeah,
You don't think he's shooting?
No,
I think it becomes non-threatening once you're like in your 50s and 60s.
unless you're Bill Belichick.
And you're Latrell. And the emoji does.
That's what I'm saying. You see
the
the emoji?
emoji's tough.
The emoji's a little tough, bro.
Oh, do I think Latrell Sprewell would bang her?
100%.
Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all talking about it's okay, bro. He put the
100%.
drooling emoji next to it, bro.
So would you be?
But like
what
that
do you-
ain't gonna.
But Timothy Chalamet loves the Knicks.
He does. He might
So
let
he
him
might
do
be
it.
okay.
He might be like, yo, you know
yeah.
what? Actually, I have a Latrell Sprewell jersey in the closet.
Yeah.
Can you wear it while you do it?
He probably loved. He was way excited that Latrell Sprewell wanted to meet his girlfriend.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
But you can't put the drooling emoji on the picture of my girl.
Wait,
Dude, he can.
wait,
He
they
can-
were. It was drooling.
He put the
Yes,
drooling
bro,
emoji.
He's drooling on the emoji.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's-
no,
thank you.
I agree with Devin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Drooling emoji
Thank
is.
you, bro. Thank you, bro.
I don't think Latrell Sprewell cares. I don't think it matters at all.
No, but drooling emoji is out of bounds.
Yeah, come on.
What's going to happen to Latrell Sprewell because he did
Timothy
that?
Chalamet's going to kick his ass.
Okay, exactly. So nothing's going to happen to Latrell Sprewell.
Well, no, but we can judge it as creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy, bro. Come on.
If somebody took a picture of them and your girlfriend and then
Yes.
put
And
that
put a
up,
drooling emoji.
oh my God, Jennifer's more beautiful
it'd be
person, and
creepy.
then add a drooling emoji, you'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah, it would be super creepy.
Okay, you
So
just
But I'm
said
telling you,
you agree with us
but
then.
I'm telling you, Latrell Sprewell doesn't care.
But I'm just telling you, okay, that's like the person not caring that he's taking a photo with your girlfriend.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But you just said it's creepy, though.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
creepy.
then you agree.
Okay,
Then
fine.
shut up.
All right.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Stop being.
Then
Stop,
let's go to break so I can go piss.
stop. Okay, fine.
All right.
I agree.
I actually do. I got to go pizza.
The other thing that came out this week that we were talking about innovation and Nike and all that, they dropped these $900 hyper boots that
900.
I mean they're a recovery shoe apparently that you wear after sports, whatever.
Who's buying it? Because all the athletes that we see, they're going to get seeded this. So who's going to actually pay $900 for this?
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
We talked a little bit about Jalen Wells. Jalen Wells, man, he finished third in the balloting for NBA Rookie of the Year. He's going to be back. He's going to play in Summer League, and maybe he'll shoot some left-handed jumpers out there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
This week, we're going to run down the hits and the misses from WrestleMania 41.
The main event, NXT title on the line, Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans. One of the greatest triple threat matches I've ever seen in my life.
I'm shocked.
And it made history because it's the first time there's 3 black men highlighting a NXT pay-per-view.
Okay.
That was dope, too.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Bain drives. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jarrett with a knockaway.
Good defense.
Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
That's no show. Let's go.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
How about Mr. Irrelevant coming from the Memphis Tigers? Yeah, how about that? New England Patriots
Second
took
time.
Memphis defensive back Kobe Minor with the 257th overall pick.
If you're the player getting drafted at that spot, it's almost better to go undrafted and pick a place as an undrafted free agent to sign with where you have a better chance
But
of
you get a lot
sticking.
of stuff. You get a parade. I think you
do?
go to Disneyland, I believe.
Mr. Irrelevant goes to Disney?
I think so.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Yesterday was the talk of the town. It was a cow on the side of the road.
Do you live close to a movie theater? I'm just curious because maybe the cow was trying to go to the movies.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Side with the G's and the homies. OG fresh out ducking the police.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Real quick, just a news item. Derrick Henry got a $30 million extension with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow, so that is locked up.
Largest contract in NFL history for a running back over the age of 30.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying, bro?
there was
They usually don't make it to 30.
and there was absolutely no indications that he would be slowing down if you saw him last year. I mean, at some point it goes. For running backs, at some point it does, but it doesn't. It certainly, he gave you no evidence to believe that was happening very soon with the season that he had last year. Jessica Benson hosts the Jessica Benson Show, which you can watch and listen to every morning at 8 o'clock on Grind City Media's YouTube, on Twitter, on anywhere you get your podcast. And this week, in honor of the draft lottery, which led to a massive swath of people saying, rigged, 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 rigged,
Rigged.
rigged.
Still rigged.
They got rid of Luka Doncic, and so they were gifted Cooper Flagg. Rigged.
Handshake
Devin's
was
favorite
made.
player.
Relax. Relax. Jessica, hey, delete your tweets, bro. Skim your tweets before you clown somebody.
So you are going to do conspiracies that we believe.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, kind of. I got excited. Roser texted me last night. He was
let's
like,
go.
let's do conspiracy
You got
theories in sports.
conspiracy?
They're in sports.
Five?
Yeah, we're doing them in sports.
Conspiracy theories in
but
sports.
5 sports conspiracy
that
theories.
have enough. Like,
Okay.
I want to be clear. We have so many conspiracy theories now. I think it's actually boring to believe in conspiracy theories. It's actually more fun to think like, you know what, things are probably as they appear, because you can get so lost in the sauce of the internet
All
these
right.
days.
I live in this world.
These
This is my
conspiracy
favorite.
theories have enough.
Okay.
Perhaps there was something
Okay.
there all along. And in honor of the draft,
Yep.
let's start with the draft, because the reason that you can even start to find yourself tangled in the web of the draft is rigged is because I think there's an original example, a smoking gun, or a frozen envelope, as we should say, which is when the New York Knicks got the #1 pick to take Patrick Ewing in that draft, because you had one of the most dominant college players of all time, obvious #1 pick. The Knicks are down in the dumps. They're the biggest, brightest market in the NBA. It's bad for business. So what do? The
NBA office is in New York.
Patrick Ewing is going to the New York Knicks. And so the conspiracy theory goes that they took one of the envelopes,
Yep.
they bent the corner, they put it in a freezer, they
Yep.
froze it so it would be easy to identify to the touch. And then which envelope did David Stern select? It's the New York Knicks, and Patrick Ewing's going to the Knicks. I think that's the original sin. I think that's because I do believe that
I do
happened.
too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And because that happened,
I think it
how
was a
can
crossroads.
you go down the rest of the line and say with certainty, not my NBA draft.
Well,
not,
and now
not
what?
my NBA.
Right. It like, so there's two things. Every time, like, there's always the guys that are like in the room, or there's no way to fix it. Okay, I'm
Yes.
in the room. Like they now allow media in the room, right? So they see the ping pong balls coming up and whatever else, right? They tell you that.
Right.
On the other hand, I have somebody like my buddy Joe House, who is a Wizards fan. His poor team got bumped down to like 6th in the draft after
Right.
another miserable year. And then when you hear him start talking about it, it's like miracle after miracle that has taken place.
Right.
And the odds, what are the odds of all these? It is, there is. And
you
look,
start getting in the weeds of it.
bro, Roser and I live in this weird subculture of cards, okay? Baseball cards and basketball cards and football cards. And there is an online breaker that, so basically, like, let's just say you go to an online break. I'll just explain this for all the non-nerds. I bid for my spot on the break, okay? They're going to break a box of cards live on Instagram, and I am going to buy the Cowboys for $200, okay? Every card that comes out of these boxes that is a Cowboy, I get it, okay? And I'm hoping I get the big hit. So, for instance, somebody might bid, like last year, somebody might bid $700 to get the Spurs because they want the Wembanyama that very well may be in that box. Well, there's an online breaker, and like the most valuable cards in the world get broken on these breaks all the time. So the theory is that this is good for business, so the card company sends them loaded boxes so that it will get all the pub, right? Because then some guy who didn't win it, he went on and he's like, they got this one of one card, they got this one of one card, they got this autograph, they got this. The odds of that happening are insane. There's no way. And there is a part of me that looks back at these lotteries and been like, how come the normal thing never happened? How come we're always talking about miracles? How can 3 of the top 4 teams, like, the conspiracy to me is not Dallas getting it. Honestly, the conspiracy to me would be this was punishment.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And continues to be punished.
No. That's what I think. If there is a conspiracy with this, it's the whole group of 4.
Right.
It's the whole group of 4 teams. That the 4 ones that were selected, that they're not worried about those teams. But all you other ones, the ones that are causing us problems, the ones we're having to fine for not playing, the ones that are making a mockery of our product, you don't get rewarded. Yeah. You don't get rewarded.
And some would say the fates stepped in. The basketball gods. I saw
They
a lot
did
of people
for
be like, the
us.
gods don't exist. I said, well, maybe they are there to regulate the tanking.
They did for us when
they're
we
fickle.
got Morant, though.
Yeah,
No. When we
did
got
an actual-
Morant,
we did a real tank.
we played that
played it
season out.
Yeah.
We did not.
Right.
We could have punted that season, and in fact,
You kept trying.
we kept trying.
We done very good, but
And
we kept trying.
And we ended up getting Morant. So I would just say if there is a conspiracy that I believe about this year, it's not that Dallas ended up with it. It's that all of those sorry-ass teams that just punted, like at least Philly waited till like the last month and a half of the season. Right. Those other ones just made a total mockery for their home fans and their road fans. Right?
To the point where it does become a thing midway through the season.
Becomes
hey,
a
we're
thing.
fining you.
Right.
Knock it off.
So
You're tanking too hard.
Jazz, you don't get rewarded. Yeah. Wizards, you don't get rewarded. Pelicans, you don't get rewarded. Like they all got screwed. All of them. And what are the chances they all get screwed?
Yeah.
That's low. Whoa. That none of them?
None of them got lucky.
Seems interesting
Come on.
to me.
That's what I would do.
Although at the end of the day, the most obvious answer is usually that it was just
pure
how
luck.
it worked out.
Maybe
Pure luck. I know,
mean,
it
they
sounds
flatten
crazy.
the odds. I think they should flatten the odds even more. Not totally, but you could flatten the odds even more.
Put the
I did
odds
forget when they
underground.
did the voting, because it's been brought back up, that the only team that voted no to this was Oklahoma City. And like Sam Presti's point of view was, this is the only way for small markets to get superstar players.
I've always liked the wheel, that Mike Zarin thing. I think that would be so
that
fun.
Would be hilarious.
That
if we
would
did
be
if we did the
hysterical.
draft lottery with a wheel.
I think that would be so
like a
fun.
game show. It's
Yes,
like a game show.
just spin it. I think that would be so fun.
Play like some game show music.
And it's just pure luck.
That's what they say
could be
is with
fun.
the ping pong
So
balls.
what Pod was talking about where the NHL does the lottery too, like the NBA does, but they broadcasted it. Like the balls
Yeah.
being shot. I'm like,
Well, and you'll hear every single person, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it.
Yep.
It can't be done.
I
I've seen it
know.
with my own eyes. I'm like, yeah, I watched The Prestige, okay? Like, I've seen some stuff that I thought I couldn't see with my own eyes. So
All right,
anyway, that's
so
the one that
yep.
starts it all.
Lottery.
Sticking in the NBA, we get all kinds of Michael Jordan conspiracy theories, but my absolute favorite Michael Jordan conspiracy theory is that when he retired and went to play baseball for a year, he was actually secretly suspended by the NBA for not just his gambling issues, but specifically for betting on games. I like when it adds the little extra flair to it, like, oh, he was the Pete Rose of the NBA.
Yep.
And you have to put yourself back in that time, because I see so often people like, well, why wouldn't they make an example out of Michael Jordan? What? He's the star of your league. He's the most famous person associated with your sport. And at that time, anything about sports betting was like demonized. It was one of the worst moralist things you could do in this world. And like Pete Rose was at the
That's
center
right.
of it at the time. And so what would be an easier answer? Oh, he's just going to he's going to retire. He's going to go live out that MLB dream. Now, of course, the more likely plausible situation, his father had died. He was in mourning. He needed a break. He went to go fulfill a dream that his father had had for him all along. But it's not totally out of the question to think, hey,
And
this is
that
a
this would be
suspension.
a
We're going to save
seamless
face.
way to do it.
Yeah, go take this time off. Understand, like, you're in trouble. We're not going to tell everybody that you're in trouble, but we are.
I kind of believe this one. He was such a gambler. Dude, he was such a maniacal gambler. Like, he's that competitive guy. Like,
He definitely was betting on this game.
I would not shock me if he's betting on his own games.
Right.
Betting on his team. I guarantee he probably sat in the middle of games and is like faced up with Larry Johnson. $500, I'll make this shot on you. Like in the middle of the game, he's betting on it.
And the other thing is the circumstances of his father's death have led everybody to believe. Like, who murders Michael Jordan's old dad for no reason?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
There's never like some kind of like reason given.
No.
Okay.
There never was.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah.
I really like this
Yeah.
one.
I mean, it just adds to the lore of it because that it wasn't the flu game, that he was actually hungover. Like, all of those things go into this degenerate person who also happened to be the greatest basketball player we ever saw. And so I think it would be so funny.
Are you going to get to something that I don't agree with?
I mean,
okay, I think the next one I say is my favorite conspiracy theory of all time.
I don't remember this. You're going to have to run through this one again because I don't remember this one.
This was one that I grew up. This was a family household story that I learned, and I thought it was absolutely true growing up. I have no idea. The idea that the 1991 Final Four was fixed, where UNLV purposely lost to Duke, coming off the year that UNLV won the championship. So setting the stage, because this is a long time ago, UNLV, defending champion, they bring almost everybody back. They're undefeated. They had beaten Duke in the title game the year before by like 30. Humiliated Duke. Next year rolls around, this undefeated UNLV team gets shocked by Duke. It's one of the greatest upsets in tournament history. At the time, there was a law that prohibited the state's sports books, so Nevada's sports books, because what do you do in Nevada? You gamble.
Right.
It prohibited them from making lines on Nevada's teams. So all of the casinos and their sports books could not make lines on Nevada's teams. So the year that UNLV goes and wins the championship, nobody in the state of Nevada could bet on that game. And millions of dollars were lost from these sports books, from the casinos, from the city, because nobody could come bet on the national championship game. So the next year rolls around, and this law eventually got changed in 2001. But like for 40 years, that was the situation in Nevada. So the next year rolls around, and UNLV inexplicably loses this game. And there's this like notorious photo of a bunch of the team members in a hot tub with a man by the name of Richie the Fixer Perry. And so people have long speculated that it was all part of like a little handshake deal between the city, UNLV, like, hey, you had your championship last year, this year, make it work.
You know, this fall, the doc comes out.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing the Runnin' Rebels doc.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
I hope they bring it up.
I hope they do.
I hope they bring it up. I'm going to deep dive on that one tonight.
Yeah, that's a good. When you're
I'm going to deep dive on it.
I've never heard this one.
I hadn't either.
That's
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm going to deep dive it tonight, and then by tomorrow I'll be convinced they threw the game.
UNLV through the Final Four.
You will for sure be convinced when you see the Duke team.
Oh yeah, I already know it.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way they beat them. Larry Johnson with the gold team.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way in
They were
hell.
not something special.
Ain't no way Bobby Early beat them.
No way.
Bro, I see him. No.
All right. I'm curious your take on the next one. Next one's another big one, a current one. Although it happened 10 years ago, and the fact that this was a decade ago at this point makes me feel old. Deflategate wasn't real.
Oh.
Like, Deflategate was not real. It was a play both to protect the Patriots and the league. And it also connects back to Spygate not really being a big deal. And in Spygate, the assumption is that there was way worse cheating on the tapes for the Patriots. And they're like, burn the tapes, punish them for Spygate, then ultimately punish them for Deflategate, and distract everybody from the John Hopkins concussion report that came out around that time, the Ray Rice incident, and the Greg Hardy incident. And instead, everybody's like, oh my God, do the balls have enough air in them? Like, what are we doing here? And it's the stupidest thing.
This
Did
is
it
the
ever
bait
become a
and
thing
switch.
after?
It's a distraction.
I don't think so.
It's a distraction.
Do you care about Deflategate to this day?
Absolutely.
Exactly. Nobody cares. And it kind of turned into like a conspiracy on a conspiracy on a conspiracy. There are some people who say it was an example by the league to show, hey, even Tom Brady, who is one of the wealthiest men in the world, he's dating the wealthiest supermodel, the most noted supermodel in the world. we can even get him, so we can get you. Like, kind of like a mafia move. Like, don't forget who you work for in this situation. Like, we can do it to Tom, we can do it to you. Then there are some people who think it was all a publicity situation to make the Patriots more likable, because the court of public opinion, at the end of the day, were like, well, this was dumb.
I'm not kidding
maybe the Patriots aren't so
This is going to trip
diabolical.
you out. This is going to trip you out. When I think of Deflategate, do you know what the first thing I think about regarding Deflategate is?
What?
Jalen, see if you could type this in. I bet it's on YouTube. I think of Mark Brunell crying on NFL Live about Deflategate. I swear to God.
I know what you're talking about.
The most ridiculous. Mark
What
Brunell.
is he crying about?
He's so disappointed.
The integrity of the game.
And, he's so disappointed. See if you can
I
find
need to
this
see
Mark
this, bro.
Brunell.
I need to see this video, bro.
It's food. Every time I think about Deflategate, I think about Mark Brunell being on ESPN in the afternoon and being so despondent that Tom could ever do this. And I'm like, is this real?
I'm dead serious. You know what I think of? Because I'm pretty sure this is where isn't this when Portnoy started the Goodell with the clown nose shirt?
Yes.
That's what I think of.
Oh,
I think
really?
of the clown nose
and then
Goodell
they got
shirt.
Well, and they also staged the protest.
Yeah,
and then went to jail or whatever. The Barstool guys. They went to jail over Tom Brady.
I think of the crazy butterfly effect too, because if that doesn't happen, then Jimmy Garoppolo probably never gets the run that he got. Then Jimmy G is never the quarterback of the Niners.
Funny.
They probably never draft Jacoby Brissett. Like, all these things that come into effect because of it. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we're sitting here like, was Deflategate real?
Was that a thing? All right.
Oh my
God. Do you have the Mark Brunell? Do you have the Mark Brunell, Jalen?
I gotta see this, bro.
All right, here we go. Mark Brunell. This is on NFL Live. It was like one afternoon on ESPN.
Yeah.
He can't believe it.
I did not believe what Tom had to say. Those balls were deflated. Somebody had to do it. And I don't believe there's an equipment manager in the NFL that would, on his own initiative, deflate a ball without the starting quarterback's approval. I just didn't believe what Tom Brady had to say. You seem pretty emotional about this. You know, it's disappointing because
You're getting emotional
my
about
experience
this.
is, listen, I started 151 games. There wasn't one game ball that I...
Why is he so emotional about this?
Just don't believe.
Just don't believe it.
Okay.
And people got into like
Mark
the
Brunell.
gas law.
Oh, I know.
Bro, I had a Mark Brunell jersey as a kid. Shout out
So
Mark
anyway, shout out to Deflategate for distracting us from the bigger issues. Like, why is everyone getting concussions and ultimately having severe mental illness when they're decades out from their career in the NFL?
Time that Will Smith movie came out?
It was close to it, yeah. It was. It's all connected to the same thing. Yeah.
Did
All
you
right.
ever watch that movie?
No,
I read the book.
I heard it was
I'm a
bugs, that's why I
loser.
never watched
But it was a great book.
Concussion?
The movie was bugs,
It'll
I
make you
heard.
feel like dog poo about football, but yeah.
All right. What's number five?
Womp womp. All right.
I
Number
avoided
five.
it.
Number five is just a couple quick hitters that I find very funny that are probably not true. None of these are true. Okay. I mean, probably. The 2017 NBA playoffs where Markieff Morris got hurt. And it looked like such a bad ankle injury, and he comes back to play the next game and had like the best game. And people are convinced that it was actually Marcus Morris stepping in and doing a little twin switcheroo. I love that one, and I dream of a day where we find out that that one is true. This one ended up being pretty debunked because they're still together. But for 1 minute in time, I genuinely believe that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were a complete ploy by the NFL to try to make more women interested in watching football. Like I really believed that heavily when it started. Shout out to those two for defying the allegations and still going strong.
Shout out to those two because I thought it has lasted way longer than I thought it would.
And it seems real.
It does seem real.
And I appreciate
Good for
that.
them.
Whatever.
This is another one of those things that I thought was true and then found out that it was debunked. But during Cal Ripken Jr.'s Ironman streak and chasing the Lou Gehrig record, he allegedly found out that his wife cheated on him with Kevin Costner, and Kevin Costner was like staying at his house during a period for some movie prep. And so apparently Cal Ripken Jr. was like distraught and wasn't going to play in the game that night. And so a member of the Orioles staff purposely caused a blackout that made them cancel the game that night, which is true. The blackout did happen.
Yeah.
But there's
So it gave him time to get to the game?
So it gave him time to get over it. Some people would add an extra layer that he was actually in jail because he had thrown punches at Kevin Costner after it happened. Good old Snopes has even debunked this one at this point. But I grew up in a period where I was like, oh yeah, remember when Cal Ripken Jr.'s wife cheated on him with Kevin Costner? And somebody at one point goes, that's not true. And I go, oh. I really thought that was a factual
it's like a perfect TikTok one.
That is a great TikTok one.
It's a perfect TikTok one where you watch it because you don't care enough about it, and then you go back and you're like, oh, okay.
And then the other one that's just kind of a throwaway, but I guess it's widely assumed to be true, is that multiple times when a country has been awarded the FIFA World Cup, it has been rigged in the favor of the home team. There's multiple examples. In 1978, Argentina played Peru, and Argentina needed to win 4-0. They won 6-0, and Peru just made some really bizarre decisions. They played their third-string goalkeeper, and they played a reserve defender as a forward, and then it was revealed that Argentina had sent Peru millions of dollars worth of free food and grain in the days leading up to the match. England in 1966.
There's nothing that goes on with soccer that I would not believe.
Me neither.
Yeah,
no. And in 2002, South Korea, they made a surprise win twice when they hosted it. So that didn't really surprise me, but I was fascinated to see the documentation of it from year to year.
Soccer is,
Shiesty stuff goes
boxing
on. Boxing
too. Boxing I wouldn't.
Shiesty stuff goes on everywhere.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have my favorite joint on there.
What's yours?
To this day, you can say what y'all want. You can say it's been proven. I still don't think Will scored 100 points in that game. I still don't think so. Until you show me bucket for bucket, because y'all got videos of everything. You ain't never seen a full form video of Will's 100-point game. We seen footage of James Naismith shooting a basket.
Should you believe his other stats?
I mean, maybe. But I
what do you mean maybe?
I've seen videos.
Either you believe them or you don't.
I've seen videos of his other games, though.
That's why I love conspiracy.
No, but do you believe his other stats?
But I've seen.
So when they say he averaged 50 and 20 for a season, do you think the whole season was just?
I've seen videos of some of those games though.
Yeah,
there's one game I've never seen video.
It's not outrageous to think if a guy averaged 50 points and he had 100, right?
Look,
if a guy averaged 25 and had 50, you wouldn't think that's crazy.
I need a video, bro. I need the video.
Send the video.
I need the video.
It's Wilt Chamberlain versus a bunch of little white guys. You can believe he scored 100.
I need to see the video,
it's not
bro.
like he was playing against.
I know he was humping a lot, but I ain't never seen him score 100 points on the basketball court.
Come on, you've never seen him hump either.
Yeah.
You're right. He could be capping about that too, Rosa. Yeah. We gonna find out Wilt Chamberlain's a generational liar.
There you go. Let's start that theory.
Start
that
conspiracy
theory.
Wilt Chamberlain's
a generational liar.
Make a Reddit post.
Do that he never existed.
Oh, that's fine.
He's not real. Yeah. He's AI. He was the first AI.
Yeah. He's
the first NPC. Wilt Chamberlain was the first NPC.
Do you have a favorite?
I like the Jordan one.
Yeah.
Because that's my childhood.
And
he left it. I mean, he left and then came back and won.
But
it's like those Rockets titles. The crazy thing is, the reason the Jordan won, I think, is because today I mentioned when I was on with Gary the '94 Rockets as one of they were one of four. There's been four of them, 4 of the last 41 that have won the title without going to a conference finals within the 3 years prior to. And one of those was the 94 Rockets, and we know there's extenuating circumstances, right? The reason that, right? Yeah. We all think that, okay, every time so that 94, those Rockets titles come up a lot. And it is just a weird moment in NBA history where it goes Bulls, 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 Rockets, Rockets, Bulls, Bulls, Bulls.
Yeah.
What?
And it's the 2 years. Jordan was back for the second one, but he came back late in the season.
Yeah. Would this have been 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
We'll never know.
Or would he have won 8 straight? Would he have won 7 of 8? And
did he really want to play for the Birmingham Barons?
Yeah, he was hanging out in Birmingham, bro.
He had to have something to do.
Riding a bus to Birmingham.
He played at Tim McCarver Stadium. I was there for it. Chicks and
Birmingham. And also David Stern was much more like a mob guy than Silver is.
But also protect the business guy, too.
Protect the business, not the player.
Yes. Jordan,
which is the difference.
Jordan was his league, too.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, you think the Lakers and Kings game? Remember that game 6 of the?
I don't think that's a conspiracy.
Oh, that was just true. That was
just wrong.
That was just scam.
Like, that was just
yeah. I don't think it's necessarily a conspiracy. I think they favored the big market team.
Yeah. And I think that lays the groundwork with all NBA-related conspiracy theories. Literally. I mean, it's hard to outrun.
The only big market left is New York now. Boy, could you imagine if it's Minnesota, Indiana?
Oh boy.
I know.
I mean, that would be
on the show. I was like, it's their nightmare.
It's gonna be like,
it's
dang it.
literally their
I mean, the
nightmare.
last time we had anything like that was San Antonio, Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's that small of markets. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to Cooper Flagg. Thanks to Devin Walker.
That's crazy.
Thanks to Jessica Benson. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. We will be back tomorrow. Oh, wait, games tonight. Knicks close it out?
Yeah.
I think Celtics stay alive, maybe.
Okay.
So do I.
And push it to 6.
I think they got the weapons
the
to win it.
Warriors are dead.
Yeah, the Warriors are dead.
We putting them
I think
to
they're
sleep.
dead,
We putting them
man.
to sleep
that
tonight.
third quarter was
Night.
You think it's over?
Ant 30 ball.
Yeah, at the Ant let everybody know when he was talking to Gary Payton. He's like, I know you guys want to get him back for Game 6.
Yeah. By the way,
So he's got to end it now.
Does anybody think it's weird that Gary Payton Sr. gave him a jersey after the game?
Of course.
Other than me.
Of course it's
Isn't that like mad weird?
Of course it's weird.
Where were you hiding the jersey the whole game?
Gary
The
Payton
largest
came
jersey
in
ever.
here. Came in here and didn't blame Dylan Brooks for like clipping his son out of the air.
He also hates his kid.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how he feels about it. I don't know.
It's like, bro, where'd you hide that jersey?
Yeah, I mean,
the
it's
whole
like-
game. Where was that jersey
it's odd.
sitting at, bro? Where was that jersey?
It's just
the
an
whole
odd
game?
thing going on.
He hates his kid.
I don't know.
He literally went to the game
I know.
just to give
He
the jersey
had
to
the
Ant,
jersey
not
in his
to
lap
watch,
for the
not
whole
to
game.
watch.
Yeah, that's a weird deal.
Yeah.
All right, it's good to do it. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, we go.